Okay, this is a video of me conducting a mock group, an early recovery group. I have my participants, and I'll be facilitating the group. Um, okay, so let's get started. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to early recovery. Alrighty. There's a sign-in sheet going around, so everyone, please make sure you sign your name so you can get credit for the group. Um, Again, everyone know me. I'm Angela, and I'm the group facilitator today. However, we're gonna all facilitate and do our best to participate and have a good time so we can all get better. Okay. So the topic of the group today is we're doing triggers. So on your desk you will find um, two um, two papers, and the first one we're going to go over, and don't turn it over to the second one because that's going to be what we do last after we finish. So right now what I want each of you to do to read over it and do the first part that talks about um, you're triggered when you feel what makes you feel triggered. So some of the things are afraid. That's the first one. And just circle anything that you can identify with that you feel triggered when you have these emotions. Afraid, frustrated, neglected, angry, guilty, nervous, confident, happy, passionate, criticized, inadequate, pressure, depressed, insecure, relaxed, embarrassed, irritated, sad, excited, jealous, bored, exhausted, lonely, or overwhelmed. I know we can identify with most of those, but just take a few minutes and everyone just fill that out, circle what applies to you, and then we're going to talk about it when everyone is done. Okay, looks like no one's writing, so I take it that everyone's done. Great, great. So, who would like to go first and just talk about some of the feelings that you can identify with that may trigger you with the feelings come up? Can anyone share that with me? Share that with the group? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Well, okay. Oh, go ahead, Paul. What about you? Afraid. Mm-hmm. I can see that. Pressure. Mm-hmm. Inadequate. Okay. Bored. Lonely. Or overwhelmed. Okay, that's good. That's good. Do you want to elaborate on that at all? No, not at this time. Okay, great. Well, thanks for sharing with us. Anyone else? Okay, Samantha, you want to give us yours? Give the group yours? Yes, ma'am. I can identify it with frustrated, criticized, angry, insecure, jealous, exhausted, and lonely. Okay, Samantha, that was good. That was good. Would you care to elaborate on that? Yes, ma'am. All of these things I feel sometimes, and it triggered me to sometimes I want to use, sometimes I get depressed or sad, just multiple things. Well, I definitely understand. I definitely understand. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, with the group. Anyone else? No one else? Okay, okay. Well, thanks everyone that shared. Um, We appreciate your honesty and being open with the group. So now we could just go on to the next page. We can turn over to the next page. Okay, part two of this exercise talks about um, things and techniques to do when you feel triggered. Of course, when you feel triggered, we're talking about triggered to want to go use, triggered to do something disruptive that's going to hurt you in the long run, triggered to fight or flight, all of those things. So, some of the things that you can do when you feel triggered. Anyone want to start reading for us? Oh, sure. Go ahead, Samantha. Can you do the first one? Yes, I can. The first one is visualization. Picture a switch or lever in your mind and imagine yourself actually moving it on to off to stop the thoughts about alcohol or other drugs. Have have another picture ready to replace that thought. You may have to change what you're doing to make that switch. Change that switch. Okay, Samantha, thank you. Can anyone elaborate on what that means to them? How would that look to them? Okay. Okay, Tiffany, can you share with us what you think that means? How can you apply that to when you feel triggered? Well, I can apply that like when I get mad at my boyfriend and I want to scream and yell at him. Maybe I could just think about the switch in my mind to turn it off and replace it with good thoughts. You think that's what it means, Miss Angela? That sounds great. Anyone else? That really sounds good, Tiffany. Thank you so much for sharing that. Anyone else? Sure, Paul. Go ahead. Well, how can you let us know how that applies to you? Okay, great. Okay, that's great. Both of you guys gave really great examples. Thank you so much. Anyone else care to share? Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. Paul, how about you read that one for us? Snapping. Wear a rubber band loosely on your wrist. Each time you become aware that you're thinking about alcohol or drugs, you snap the band and say no to the thought. Have another subject ready to think about. One that is meaningful and interesting to you. Okay. So how does that look? Does anyone care to take a stab at that one? Tiffany? Go ahead. Okay, that's good. Great. Okay. Anyone else? Do you think that would work for you? Is that something you'll be willing to try? All righty. Oh, that's great. Okay. So, Kevin, would you like to take the next one? Sure, Miss Angela. ABC. Okay, thank you. Thank you for reading that, Kevin. And how about you elaborate on that one? The relaxation technique. Deep breaths, right. Taking the deep breaths slowly in and slowly out. Slowly in until the feeling passes. That's great. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, everyone that participated. We have one last one. Can someone read? No, two last ones. Can someone read those last two? Well, I'll take that one. I'll take that one. And this one says meditating or pray. Find some people like to find this activity form. Some people find that these activities form is a form of thought stopping. Just taking a minute, meditating, and just praying. A lot of times that really can help. Or call someone. So those are the last two: meditating or praying, and call someone. Is that something that you can apply when you're feeling stressed or feel like using or what have you? Yeah. Okay, great. Well, it looks like our time is up. So we're gonna be prepared to end the group. Did anyone have any feedback, anything they want to add before we close out? Okay. Well, great. Thank you guys. You guys have been great. Make sure you keep your handouts. You may need them in the future. Look over them later on. And next group or tomorrow will be tomorrow at the same time. And we'll do part 2 of triggers. Okay? All right. Great. Thank you guys. Have a great evening.